So today is Wednesday the 26th, just a small update on my situation. So today I had a couple of appointments at Peter Mac. First one was a review of my progress with the chemotherapy. So basically I just sat down with one of the residents and just explained how I'm feeling, told him I'm losing my hair. Also told him that I don't seem to have the lung capacity that I used to. Like I'll go for a walk and all of a sudden I feel short of breath and I can't walk as fast as I could, so I've got to slow down. I'm also sweating profusely, which is affecting the dressing. So pretty much normal stuff. I found out that tomorrow I've got one session of day chemo, which is basically sit in the chair for about 8 hours, and then I'll have to go home or leave and then go back again Friday morning the following day and get admitted to hospital for the rest of my chemo. But then after that I had a new dressing put on, and I did say to them that, look, I'm sweating a lot. Every time I go for a walk, I do a bit of shopping, do anything physical, I'm just pouring with sweat, and it's affecting the dressing, so it's coming off, that kind of thing. And already, by the time I walk back to the van, which is a 25-minute walk from Peter Mac, I was sweating and it's already coming off. It gets changed every 7 days. I do a proper clean out, a proper flush through the tubes, that kind of thing. Had a phone call from the social worker today, which was initially a bit promising, saying that the Leukemia Foundation, or a charity organisation, had offered me free accommodation during my stem cell transplant phase, basically from the 31st of March to the 28th of May, which would have included 3 weeks. 3 weeks of that I'll be in hospital. So it all seemed to go well until I got a call from them, and then they asked me if I had a full-time carer, and I said, no, I don't. I don't have anyone that can stay with me. Because I had this conversation earlier with my social worker, because my partner's not able to care for me 24/7 because she's got to work and she's got her father and brother coming over from China at the same time, so she can't really leave to spend time with me or to care for me. Like, she can pop in for a visit at night, but she can't stay with me. Anyway, the short story is that Trish, one of the stem cell nurses, one of the ones looking after that side of it, told the social worker that I probably don't need personal care full time. It's just I might need a hand with preparing food, but I can always use frozen meals, that kind of thing, because I'll be knocked out basically because of the treatment. But anyway, so it ended up that after the phone call to the Leukemia Foundation that they couldn't offer me any accommodation. And then I contacted a social worker about that and thanked her for her efforts, and she replied saying that she did tell them that I didn't have a full-time carer when she did the application with them, so for some reason the message didn't go through. But anyway, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to find something soon. Otherwise, like I said to her, look, I've got the van. I know it's not ideal, but it's somewhere I can stay. I just need to find a long-term car park so I can sleep all day without getting a parking ticket. So that's really just the updates. Like I said, tomorrow I've got my second round of chemo, which is just the normal rituximab, I think it's called. And I've also got a physiotherapy appointment before that to see what I'm capable of doing regarding exercise, because Trish, the stem cell nurse, said they really want me to get as fit as possible, both mentally and physically, before I start the treatment, because it increases the chance or increases the outcome so that it won't be affected as much. So I've got a dental appointment as well, and then I've got psychology and a dietitian coming up. But anyway, at this stage it looks like they'll be harvesting my stem cells on the 28th of April. But again, that all depends on the PET scan I'm having on the 14th of April. If the PET scan's clear, they'll go ahead with that harvesting. If it's not clear of lymphoma, then I'll probably have to have a third lot of chemo. I guess that's kind of left me thinking that, I don't know. I appreciate the charity's offer for accommodation, but just purely because I don't have a full-time carer, they can't offer me accommodation. There must be some people around that don't have someone that can look after them 24/7, so what do they do? And now I've been in the city a couple of nights this week. This is my second night sleeping in on the streets, so I think I found a reasonably good spot, though tomorrow is going to be a bit of a challenge because I have to find a car park where I can park for a long period of time all day without getting a fine. Most of the car parks around here in North Melbourne are like 4 hour or 2 hour mostly. So I've got my eye on one spot. I just have to get up early in the morning about 6 o'clock and drive there, and hopefully I can get a spot, and then I'll just walk to the hospital, do my 6 or 8 hours of chemo. After I do the physio session, then I've organised with my girlfriend to drive to her house so I can leave the van there, so that in the morning Friday morning I can take the train and be admitted to hospital for a few days.